Welcome back to the channel, guys, and in today's video we are going to feature Incinerate Talonflame. And as you may already know that the Talonflame community day was yesterday, and since I was quite busy yesterday, I even did not play the entire community day. I was not able to upload the video yesterday itself, but I did a few sets with the Talonflame today, and I'm pretty impressed with it. I like running fire type mons in the or in general PvP, but fire types do not really have a play in especially in the Great League meta because of the presence of Azumarill and Galarian Stunfisk. So Talonflame I think is a good option to have because it has a good fire type move, but it has non-fire type it has Brave Bird, which is a very good non-fire type move which can do a very good amount of damage to anything it hits. So that's why I think it's a pretty interesting one. The downside obviously is that it's a bit squishy, like it's not an exception to any other fire types as well. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty exciting to use a new mon, and I think Talonflame will find its place in the meta somewhere, because a lot of players are using Talonflame, as I could really observe right now. Perhaps it may be just the community day move hype, but yeah, it's a nice change to have, unlike something like Rose Raid or Machamp. So yeah, but I think it's a pretty exciting mon to use. And before we start with the battles, if you are new to the channel and if you like our content, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And if you want to join the Battlestar Discord server, the link to that is in the description down below. So the team which we are using with Talonflame is Shadow Hypno and Umbreon. So Shadow Hypno is we are obviously using as a safe swap, whereas Umbreon will be our closer, and probably it serves as a third shield as well, because it takes neutral damage from stuff like all the electric types or the water types. So yeah, I think Umbreon is a very decent option to have in the team. I was earlier using Shiftry. I played one set with it, but it was not really impressive. But I would like to feature two games with that team as well, because those games were pretty interesting, and in one of the game Talonflame nearly swept the entire team. So if we look at the PV poke rating, this team does not do really well, because I just made it up in my mind. I didn't really check the PV poke rating. So yeah, I think enough words now. Let's move on to the battles to see how the battle goes. So the first couple of battles are with the team Talonflame, Hypno and Shiftry, and straight away we are picking up a negative lead, and they swapped into Alolan Marowak, and this is the advantage of running Shadow Hypno, because you would be able to this becomes a very stable match with Shadow Hypno, because confusion damage really hurts Alolan Marowak. So shielded the Shadow Bone correctly, so this is a positive sign that we will be able to pull this matchup off. So farming some extra energy just in case they let go of this Thunder Punch, and they shielded the Thunder Punch, which is like even better, because if they throw the Shadow Bone here, which they do, and now this becomes really favorable for us. We will be able to flip that matchup around, and we are able to farm down the Alolan Marowak, which is good. So I throw the Thunder Punch expecting the Azumarill to come back, but they come in with Cradily, and Thunder Punch was resisted, so definitely should have went with the Fire Punch. So overtapped there, which costed me this. I think that costed me the CMP, but anyway, we will be able to flip the matchup with the Talonflame now, and they swap into Azumarill. So probably I could have go for a Brave Bird and then Bail, because that would have put this Azumarill in the Leaf Blade range, but now we will have to use 2 Leaf Blade in order to take the Azumarill down. And I was trying to force a CMP there, to be honest, and going for I did not charge anything because I wanted Talonflame to farm some extra energy, and it was indeed a CMP tie. So this ends up like perfect situation for us, because we will be able to completely farm down this Azumarill, and anything except Hydro Pump would be resisted. So I was not really I was not really afraid, because that was definitely not a Hydro Pump, and we will be able to Brave Bird this Cradily down, since the Bullet Seed are not doing any damage as well, because it's double resisted. Brave Bird takes down the Cradily, and Azumarill goes down to an Incinerate. So yeah, GG's. Moving on to the next one, and this is pretty exciting one because you'll see in a while, because we are in Toxicroak matchup. So Toxicroak really needs to go for Sludge Bomb here, because Mud Bomb will be neutral, whereas Incinerate is just chunking away at this Toxicroak, and it will do even more damage with the Flame Charge buff. And I think this is what makes Talonflame different from something like Deflution, because once you start ramping up those Incinerate damage with the Flame Charge, it will really hurt, because as you can see, the Incinerate is basically the Incinerate alone has taken down the Toxicroak, and one Incinerate, and we will already be at almost another Flame Charge or a Brave Bird. And one thing I noticed that Talonflame gets to Flame Charge and Brave Bird at the same time. And we are able to one-shot the Alolan Marowak, and I just made a blind swap because I didn't want it to farm down, but I think Talonflame would have been able to swap that entire team. So yeah. Moving on to the next one, and this is the team which we are showing on the screen. So this is containing Umbreon in the back rather than Shiftry. So I didn't know how this matchup exactly goes, but we are able to sustain some damage because counter damage is resisted. And now they definitely would want to shield those Flame Charge, because now if they do not shield, I think we can just we can shield once and we can definitely incinerate down this Vigoroth. And this is another dangerous thing about Talonflame, that if you manage to farm down something and you have energy lead, you are definitely pressuring the opponent's shields, because even if they come in with something like Galarian Stunfisk, it will take huge amount of damage with the Flame Charge, and it will take some time to get to the Rock Slide as well. So maybe it will take one Incinerate in between, which will again do massive amount of damage. So they swapped into Hypno, which is really good because we do have a perfect counter to this Hypno in the form of our Umbreon. And they are going for Thunder Punch, so maybe they are running Thunder Punch and Shadow Ball. So in comes this Venusaur, and we are just deleting the Venusaur with our Hypno here. So I think in theory we have hard countered the opponent there, but I think it was all I think the CMP, or not the CMP, but the lead advantage really mattered here, because only then we were able to pair the Hypno against our Umbreon and Venusaur up against the Hypno. So yeah, both of the mons go down at the same time, and the opponent quits, realizing there was no way they are taking our Umbreon down with the Hypno. So yeah, GG's. Moving on to the next one, picking up a very positive lead, and they swap into Zoilus. So I stayed in this matchup because predominantly because we do have a very strong answer to that Venusaur in the form of our Hypno. So going for a Brave Bird, and I was hoping that they do not shield. So they do not shield, which almost one-shots the Zoilus, and in comes this Azumarill. So we do need to come in with Shadow Hypno, because we definitely don't want Umbreon to see that Azumarill, and I think it's good that they have come along with it rather than Venusaur, because yeah, if they had come in with Venusaur, this would have been terrible towards the end. So they go for Ice Beam, and no need to shield. At this point I just want this Azumarill to go away, and I think if they don't shield this one, we are getting rid of this Azumarill no matter what. So farming some extra energy and going for a Thunder Punch. Let's see if they shield this one or not. They shield this one, and at this point I'm fully committed to Hypno, but we are already at another Thunder Punch, and this Thunder Punch will be able to knock down the Azumarill. And this is what I like. That's why I like Shadow Hypno better than the regular one, because the Azumarill matchup becomes more clear. And at this point this Venusaur cannot do anything to take our Umbreon down. Just as a respect, I shielded that, but I don't think that was totally required. So going for Foul Play, and this Foul Play will almost be able to knock out the Venusaur. Probably the shield would have mattered there, but yeah, GG's. Moving on to the next one, picking up I have been in this matchup before, but I was on the other side of the game, because in the last time I played, I was using Shadow Machamp up against Talonflame, and Talonflame wins this in 2 shield because instant damage is just crazy, and I managed to bait the opponent once, so but they went for straight Rock Slide twice. And this will allow us to completely farm down this Machamp, or yeah, they force a CMP tie, but nevertheless we will be able to completely farm down the Shadow Machamp, and we are almost at another. Yeah, they quit. Perhaps they had something grass in the back, or yeah, not really sure, but yeah, GG's. Moving on to the next one. We are in a Rapidash match, and we both are throwing Incinerate at each other. So this is most likely to be a Flame Charge, so I don't shield because it's resisted. And they are able to sneak in an Incinerate in between, which is not really good. So going for a Flame Charge of my own, they do not shield. Which is a bummer, but the fortunate thing is that we are also able to sneak in another flame charge and waiting for yeah, but they are able to sneak in another incinerate, so not sure what's going on, but they are at a shield advantage and they come in with this this Dugong. So going for a flame charge, this is definitely getting shielded because they were ahead on shields. So Talonflame will go down, but I come in with Hypno, and I just came in with Hypno just to absorb this icy wind damage. I do not intend to throw the charge move, hence I swap immediately, and they come in with Shadow Machamp. So this is not really looking good for our team because Umbreon cannot really do anything up against the Shadow Machamp. But at least we are able to do some decent amount of damage with the last resort. Not applying any shield onto the Umbreon because Umbreon is dead weight at this point of time. So I was counting the fast moves there. This was just a cross chop, so I did not shield that, which is a very smart decision. But because we will be able to farm down the Machamp now, and I think I went 4-1 in this set, so this is certainly looking like a win. So they shield the Ice Punch, and we do need to shield this this Icy Wind, so our attack is going down, but we will be able to get to this yeah, I thought that was a 4-1 set, but yeah, perhaps we won the last one. I was just miscalculating. So we picked up a negative lead there, and they come in with Galarian Stunfisk. So sorry, they do not come in with Galarian Stunfisk. We swap into Shadow Hypno, and they're not swapping out. So maybe they want to land an Earthquake and bail. So that's why I shielded that. So a correct shield because it was indeed an Earthquake, and they come in with Tropius. So this is looking really good for me because we will not only be able to pressurize some shields at the Tropius end, but we will be be coming in with Talonflame. We are farming the heck out of it. So they go for a Leaf Raid, and at this point I am like comfortable with taking on a Leaf Raid and saving some shields for Talonflame. No need to shield the Aerial Ace because we can take one Aerial Ace, so it does decent amount of damage. But at this point we are committed to the farm down. So Aerial Ace, I think that it would not have killed. So in comes Pelipper, and going for a Flame Charge. If this does not get shielded, it will be really bad. But yeah, shield pressure from Talonflame, I think it's insane because nobody wants to get down or gets knocked down by a Brave Bird. And I think probably I could have gotten to a Brave Bird, but since I had a Thunder Punch ready on the Hypno, I was like, yeah, go for a Flame Charge. So Thunder Punch knocks out the Pelipper, and they do have that Galarian Stunfisk. So I was expecting a sack swap there, so I did not throw immediately. So they go for an Earthquake, and at this point the game is pretty much wrapped up. And since I already had another foul play ready, I throw this foul play. There was no point in over farming because this foul play will almost be able to knock down the Galarian Stunfisk. And I think even though they quit, because I was about to say that even if they go for a Rock Slide bait, I do not think they would have been able to get to an Earthquake before we throw the foul play. So yeah, I think that's it for this video, guys. I played couple of sets with it. The other set with the Shiftry team did not really go well. That was the only 2 wins which I got with that. In one game I played terribly, and in one game I was hard countered. But yeah, in one game the opponent played really well. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this one, and if you're using Talonflame in the GoBattle League, Great League, do let me know in the comments. If you plan to use it in the Ultra League, do let me know in the comments as well. Until next time, peace.